Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you're watching around the world. This is your daily transfer update news on One Way Football. Christian Nordegaard from Brentford to the Emirates was the news last night, and from 10 to 13 million, the deal to replace Jorginho and Thomas Partey has fans in split minds. Is he a setback or is he a step forward for the Gunners? Martin Zubimendi also in the works from Real Sociedad, while a 5 million release clause has been triggered for Kepa from Chelsea. Plus, the youngster Lewis Skelly has penned a new long deal at the Emirates, showing faith in their rising academy. An improved 60 to 62.5 million bid is underway for Brentford's 20-goal forward Brian Mbeumo. Meanwhile, while talks are happening with Juventus over Jordan Sancho, valued around about 25 million, as United look to offload the winger. Gyökeres to Liverpool, the Hungarian left-back from Bournemouth has confirmed and be around about 40 million the deal, apart from Liverpool's 200 million plus summer spree. Have also concluded the record-breaking for Wirtz signing of 100 million plus add-ons, the biggest in Premier League history. On other rumours, Liverpool have joined Arsenal and Manchester United for the race for Victor Gyökeres. Jamie Gittens from Borussia Dortmund. The winger is reportedly closing in on the move to Chelsea. Plus, Everton have signed Keller from Liverpool around about 12.5 million. That's all from today's transfers. Look out for more transfer videos before the beginning of every video on One Way Football. And we shall see you next time. I've been James from One Way Football. Enjoy the up-and-coming video. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you're watching around the world. This is One Way Football, and today we're going to be talking actually about a bit of a hot topic in some of people's eyes, because I would like to talk about the subject of things that trigger people, such as shirt changing. Now, when I say shirt changing, I don't mean at the end of a match when players swap their shirts. I mean taking the shirt off your own back from your own team and putting a rival shirt on. It's worse than probably missing a penalty in the 90th minute. Wouldn't you say so, Johnny?
Well, thank you for having me on again. Appreciate it. And this one.
Yeah, well, welcome, lads. Welcome, lads.
Thank you. I think you've known me long enough, James, to know my opinion on this. I'm glad we're doing a video on this, because I think things need ironing out when it comes to supporting a football club and doing it properly.
Yeah, because I would like to say, like, the question stands: are you a fake fan? Are you a traitor? Or is it just a shirt to you?
Well, yeah, and that's really important, because, and I'll come to it in a minute, I think if you're going to support football and you've got an opinion on football, and you go to your work and everyone goes, yeah, your team got beat, this and that, and you back it up with facts, you need to also support that club fully.
Yeah, of course. I mean, let's be real. Football,
yeah, willy-nilly, So,
yeah, let's be real. Like, football isn't just like a sport. It's a passion, identity, and family loyalty passed on, really, isn't it? Somewhere in someone's family. I mean, with me, as you know, my father was Tottenham, but he didn't have time for me. So the other thing was with my grandma. She took me to Highbury when I was very young. So you kind of like somewhere in the family there is a link where it comes from, and to start, putting your rivals top. Like I said, even though my dad was a Spurs supporter, there's no way in hell I'm going to go put it on for him. And I love him to bits, but I'm not going to go, I'm going to put it on for him, because that's just not what you do. You stand by your team, didn't you?
It is. And I look at it like this, and like I say, you've known me a long, long time, and we've had fallouts before because of it. And there's nothing wrong with that, because that's how it should be, James. Do you remember the time when Arsenal called off that game because of COVID, the Tottenham game?
Yeah. We went to war, didn't we? We went to war, yeah.
I'm glad you're like that.
Yeah.
That's how it should be, right?
Yeah. It's like when someone from Manchester wears a Liverpool shirt, same goes for Spurs and that. There's just a nasty sting in the air, and you can see that if you were to do that, you'd have eyes like piercing through the back of your skull.
Yeah. So I look at it like this. I've been watching Tottenham from when I can remember, and anyone who will tell you I am religiously watch Tottenham when it's on the telly. So if I don't go, or it's an away game, we've got a conservatory now, and we've got our own little Tottenham room there. And Hannah knows, everyone knows that the build-up is important. So I need no talking before the game. I don't need any washing machine or tumble dryer on or any bloody machinery going off, right? And we watch the game, and me and Harry watch it for 90 minutes intently. Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't go on my phone during the game. I don't tweet, or I don't go on Facebook and go, oh, what a chance that was, or how did the keeper save that? None of that nonsense. Yeah.
I mean, well, I do stuff like that. I mean, I probably draw the line of that wearing another team's shirt is extreme for a joke. I mean, okay, I put things on Facebook and stuff like that. You know, probably more to do with trying to reel people in, if you get what I mean. Because I like to see what people comment on, like, you know. And I think that's probably majority of what football fans do is they try and hook people in and, you know, get them to.
And I've made controversial statements before, and I'll make one now. And a lot of people go, "What? How can you say that?" We go to quite a lot of games in the season. Obviously, I'm not on the doorstep anymore, so we do go to quite. We went to, I think, 11 or 12 home games last season, which is quite a lot.
Yeah.
You know, with the cost involved and everything like that. I think that if you're a person who doesn't go to games regularly, when I say regularly, I mean regularly, like at least half of the home games. I don't think that opinion of that supporter counts as much as somebody that goes. And the reason I say that is when you're actually in the stadium, you see a lot more than what you see on the telly.
Yeah.
So, for example, let's take Arsenal, for example, Kai Havertz. Yeah. You might see stuff when you're in the stadium and think, actually, his movement off the ball's really good. It's great. You don't see that on Sky because you only see a little part of the
the following. So,
like Harry Kane, for example, a couple of years ago, when you go and watch Tottenham, his movement was incredible.
Yeah.
You know, he holds the ball up well. And again, like Luis Suarez, when I watched him at Liverpool when he came to our lane many years ago, I mean, phenomenal player. So you don't get to appreciate it until you're actually there. So a lot of these people, and also,
and me,
and the commentary, and the commentary as well. So Gary Neville or Carragher might say something, and people agree with it, stick with it, and there's a bigger picture to it than that. So I think. I'm not saying that those that don't have an opinion. They should have an opinion. I don't think it matters as much as somebody that goes to the game and has been there and seen it and watched it.
Yeah, because you do pay a lot of money to go to these games, didn't you? You know, it's coming out of your wage bill at the end of the day.
Yeah. So, I mean, I just think if you're going to support a team, do it properly, because there's a lot of these supporters that go, yeah, you know, I support Tottenham, but I don't really watch them. Oh. I was at my kid's 10th birthday party when Tottenham played Southampton. That ain't no excuse for me. Go and watch your team. You could have another birthday next year, and the year after that, and the year after that, right? So,
next season's one of the games for my birthday, Leeds.
Yeah. So we look at so this boy, 8 years old. We looked at the fixtures, and the first thing he looks for is Arsenal, when what games on his birthday, and he'll pick and choose what games he'd like to go to because he understands it. You know, doesn't flinch anymore, and it's there. And I've built that in him. So now he knows. But I'll be honest, when we walk down the street, right, this might sound really bad, James, right? But it's built in me a little bit. So we walk down the street. If we see another team shirt, you go, look, Man United. Yeah. And we'll go champions of Europe, make a little comment, right?
Yeah.
We don't say much to Liverpool fans or anything like that. But when we see an Arsenal shirt, we go, come on, you Spurs, right?
Oh, yeah, you've got to, haven't you? Yeah.
Sometimes the kid is only like 1 or 2 years old, but that's not my fault.
Well, yeah.
The other day on the weekend, I saw an Arsenal shirt and it said, "Come on, you Spurs, champions of Europe," and he talked to me.
That's right.
Yeah,
he actually did.
Yeah.
But we're walking down the street to the park, to my park, and
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. So there's a lot of that, and it's all tongue in cheek. We don't.
But
We'll do it. We'll do it.
what I want to say is I'm just going to quickly run a clip now, right,
Yeah.
of Jack Wilshere when he did his charity thing, right?
So 30 is the record to beat, right? So the we're joint world record, so we need the last shirt. Is it? No.
One more for the world record.
This is for the world record, Jack. It's first shirt.
Ain't happening.
Jack, it's for the world record.
It ain't happening.
Jack.
Benny, you said you wouldn't let him do it.
I don't know. I thought it was
Jack, it's for the world
It's not
record.
happening, mate. I don't
For the world record.
No, I don't want to
Think of all the kids that are watching.
world record Spurs shirt.
Jack, this is for the Jack.
And it's Kane on the back. Kane.
No,
Jack.
She put all them shorts on for no reason.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
But you're a joint world
Give me
record.
another one.
You're a joint world record, Jack.
I'll take joy.
This is.
So as you can see there, Jack Wilshere, he refused to put on a Spurs shirt, even if it was a charity event. So that's the kind of passion you want to see, isn't it? Like from a football fan, and because it's your rival, you go no. Obviously, they were having him on. It was a bit of a prank, and they had a Wolf shirt in the end to do the Guinness thing. But it's like for me, I'd rather wear a tuxedo to a gym than wear a Spurs shirt.
Yeah. So Jack Wilshere's not very liked at Tottenham because he hates Tottenham.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah,
because that's how it should be.
Yeah,
if you don't like Tottenham.
Microphone's getting fallen over it. There we go. I'm having a malfunction on set.
So I mentioned Jack Wilshere.
It's all this talk about Tottenham and Arsenal. But quickly, also, I want to, and I don't know if you've seen it, the TalkSport, Jamie O'Hara. And it was City versus Spurs, and he goes and wears a City top because he wants City to win.
So I did see that, and that's painful because, yes, at that time, if we won, you probably would have gone on to win the league. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong. I'm sitting there. It was a very strange night, but it's not a hope in hell I'm wearing a Man City shirt. Not a chance.
No, I think, that's just ridiculous. When I see the likes of they're doing bets, like Gary Neville and on the thumbnail, Jamie Carragher swapping shirts and doing that lark for bets. Oh no, leave it alone. Do anything else for a bet, but when it comes to shirts and stuff, I'm not doing that.
You're right, and fundamental things in football, you should never. If you have a bet for money or something else. Never say, right, I'm going to wear your shirt if we lose. Never do that because it's just not. It's just something we don't do, and that's anyone who does.
I made this same mistake on TikTok, and I did a TikTok live with a Man United fan. It was a few seasons ago, and it was about if we'd win the Europa League. We didn't win the Europa League, and I was meant to put on a United top, and I just looked back and I said to him straight up, I went, I'm not doing it. He went, oh, what, you backing out of a bet? And I went, no, my pride's better than this bet, mate. I'm lowering myself to do that. Not at all.
Yeah.
I'll do something else, but I ain't putting it on now. I've had a long think about it, and it's my team is up there with everything. I can't lower myself to do that. It's pathetic.
Yeah, and I think if you're going to support your team, support them properly and do it properly. It's like somebody goes, oh yeah, Man City won last night. Did you watch it? No, I didn't watch it, but I heard about it. Well, sorry, don't talk to me. It's like saying, I had dinner last night. I didn't really eat it, but I enjoyed it. Well, hang on, you can't get an opinion on it then. You haven't eaten it. So it's no different to a football match or anything else for that matter.
What's your opinion then on people that follow players? So, say you have your Ronaldos and your Messis and that stuff like that, and you always get this one, YouTuber or someone that says that he claims to be, I was a Spurs supporter, but now I'm a Barcelona supporter because he went to Barcelona.
Right. Again, unless they're children, So, for example, Harry here loves Ronaldo, right? Which is great. And he'll follow him when he's at Al Nassr, and he followed him at Real Madrid and whatever, and Man United. But he's a Tottenham fan, right? But supporting a player is fine. If you're an adult and you're going, well, I support Inter Miami now, and I supported PSG when Messi was there. YouTubers, to be honest with you, it's an absolute farce. Some of these people, Angry Ginge. I'm sorry, I don't know what he does.
Too angry.
Who he is. I show speed. I know who he is.
But to be fair, he doesn't do all that lark with the shirts and everything. He is United through and through. He even blasts it out on.
Why is he United through and through? What's he done?
He's from Salford,
right?
So
do you think something like Thogden? I don't know if you know Thogden and his dad.
Oh yeah, so that's what I'm saying. He's another kind of.
Well, they're getting into games for free. They're getting these tickets free of charge.
Yeah.
Where somebody who can't get a ticket, like ourselves, for major finals, can do that. So, a bit like us. So, the other thing I want to talk about is, and the ways I've come on here today, is the big debate of cheering on British teams in Europe. And so let's, for example, I'm Tottenham, you're Arsenal, right? For 9 months of the year, I don't want you to win a game of football. I want you to get beat. I don't want you to win any trophies, and it's vice versa.
Yeah.
We want to see Tottenham do bad, and we want to see Arsenal do bad, right?
Yeah.
However, you get to say a major European final, and you play Bayern Munich. Let's not use Munich because Kane's there. Bayer Leverkusen, right? Yeah. Why on earth, in a million years, and in what planet would I support Arsenal in that final? Because you're a British team. That is nonsense.
Yeah.
The rivalry doesn't stop because you're in Europe. The rivalry continues. It continues for life.
Yeah.
You pass it down to generations. So all this, you need to cheer on British teams in Europe. No, I do not. Do you think Chelsea were cheering us on in the Europa League final? Of course they were.
This is why as well we have banter, because now you've got that Europa League under your belt, another one. It's more ammo to fire at us. Do you know what I mean? You don't just go. I can't turn around to you and go, "Oh, that's brilliant, mate. I love that. I love the fact that you've got all these European trophies." That just doesn't work, does it?
Be honest with me, James. When that final whistle went in Bilbao, be honest with me. How was you feeling? Be honest.
I turned it off. I was doing a watch along, a hate along, as they call it, a hate along. And I had it all prepped. But when Man United did score, I was gonna pop open some wine and stuff and have a glass of wine, put the shades on. And then when he scored, and it got to probably about the 86th minute, I just went, turned it off.
Turn it off. Yeah.
Because, and then,
Yeah. You're not going to go, maybe you might not go, well done, Tottenham deserved it. Even though deep down you're feeling that, it's true.
Yeah.
You're never going to admit it. And that's how it should be. So the things that really annoy me more than anything is one wearing somebody else, your rival's kit for a bet. That's got to be put in the bin. In fact, you should be locked up for it, right?
Yeah.
Secondly, is when you're you should not be cheering on another British side in Europe, because why should you? Just to clear that up, by the way, if Man City are in the final, I have no affiliation with Man City. I don't really care if they win or lose it. If they win it, I'll be like, yeah, okay, well done. If they lose, I'm like, yeah, okay. If it was Arsenal, Chelsea, West Ham, Man United, absolutely, categorically not cheering them on, because they wouldn't cheer us on. Man United might, maybe, but the three London clubs, they're the main ones. And let's be honest, those three London clubs will not cheer us on in the final.
And Fulham.
Not Fulham, well, maybe Fulham. But yeah, so there's a lot.
Just always remember, Harry, Chelsea is a bus stop in Fulham, so.
Chelsea's a bus stop in Fulham, yeah. So let's be honest, when they played Betis in that Conference League, I wanted Betis to win.
Yeah.
But they wanted Man United to win. So it's no different. For me, and that's how it should be. So no swapping shirts, no putting your rival shirts on. And none of this nonsense about, oh, we've got to cheer on Arsenal or Chelsea or Tottenham or whatever.
Yeah, it's
because they're a British club. And
it's ridiculous, isn't it? You know, I just feel like as well, it's the new era of football it's completely lost a little bit with no offense to you, Harry, because you're an up and coming fan, but you're being brought up the right way under your father. There's a lot of people, they don't understand it, you know, and they think, you know, oh, it's all right to do these kind of things. And what I don't understand as well, and what I don't like is this mystery boxes that you get, you know, the t-shirt mystery box t-shirts, because you're a collector, right? I get it, I understand it. But when they do the whole, you know, I've seen stag parties do it, and they go, wear that. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Getting into a fight with the groom because I've refused to put the shirt on because it's Spurs. I'm sorry, but I'd go home.
Yeah, I mean, I've got him two. One was Bilbao, believe it or not, and the other one was Melbourne City. Right.
All right.
So that's fine. But on them, I put on there no Premier League.
Yeah, so you can judge it. Yeah.
So so he's not going to wear. He wouldn't wear another Premier League shirt. Why would he? He's a Tottenham fan, and neither would I.
This is it.
So a lot of kids at football training and stuff wear Man City tops.
Yeah,
and that's because the parents say, "Oh, you know, kids go, I want a Man City top. They're top of the league. Well, they were.
Yeah,
and they buy it for them. Years ago, it was Liverpool, Man United. Because if the parents don't know about football, don't buy them the kit because you don't know what you do.
Yeah,
it's never gonna change. And
there is rules in life when it comes to your team, and it is one of the things that we always touch a subject on. And I had this with Ed on the last show that I did with Ed, and he did it to his mate, and I said, "What are you doing?" I went, what's it? Who does he support then? He's an Arsenal fan. I went, what? Right. Well, he's an Arsenal fan. So you've gone out, you've gone into a shop, you've bought a Spurs shirt, sorry. Mm-hmm. You've blindfolded that Arsenal fan, your mate, and then you've put the shirt on him, and they've done it for a laugh. Oh yeah, but Lad Baby did it to his mate. I went, what?
Well, when the blindfold came off, what did he do?
He kind of ran off and went to take it off, kind of thing, you know, straight away.
Yeah.
But you know, imagine someone doing that to you, your so-called mate, and going, "Yeah, I'm going to blindfold you now. Open your eyes. Oh, it's an Arsenal top. Yeah, and he's a Tottenham supporter as well.
Yeah.
What?
No chance. Listen, it's very simple. If you're gonna follow a club, and you're gonna have a debate about it, and you're gonna go to work, you're gonna go to school, your college, whatever you're doing in your life, and you're gonna have banter and debate, then you've got to know what you're talking about. Because you can't just go, Man City won 3-0, smashed it, didn't watch it. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? It's not good enough. And, you know, and all these people say, well, some people can't afford to go to the games. I get that. I get that point. But if you're going to do it properly. You know, don't just mess about and go, sometimes I watch Tottenham, or sometimes I watch Leeds, or sometimes I watch Man United. You can't do that.
No,
you know, we don't live in London, so we are, you know, we're about an hour and a half away, so we go to as many as we can. Yeah, we love going. You know,
of course.
From
the train, exactly. So, but you know, this is how we are. But he's instilled in him now. That's from me. You know, to not support any other side because he's
okay. So I've got some questions here, right? And you're going to answer them for. You're going to say not okay, or you're going to say okay.
Okay.
So okay is it's okay to do it, and not okay is arguably not okay to do it. Okay.
Okay, go on in.
All right. Yeah. Okay. First one. Showing up to a rival section wearing enemy colours.
Are the colours on show first of all? Or are they zipped up?
No, they're on show.
Definitely not okay.
Definitely not okay.
No.
Definitely not okay.
Definitely
traveling abroad and repping local culture.
What does that mean?
So if you go abroad, say you were to go to Las Palmas game, are you going to rep their colours when you're watching the game?
Good question. What a question. What would you do? Would you wear, say, if you're going to watch Barcelona, would you wear their top?
They're traveling abroad and repping local culture.
You would. I think that's okay. The reason being is because you're there to visit. You're a tourist, and I know at Tottenham when we have the tourist supporters, they wear the Tottenham shirts. So yes, I think that's okay.
Right, that's okay. All right then. Switching teams every season with no shame.
Prison.
Prison. That's arguably not okay.
All time, yeah. Yeah.
So that is not okay.
No, not okay.
That is not okay. All right then. Moving on to the next one. When you're a neutral fan, so you can change your shirt if you're a neutral fan.
Oh, so you're saying you mean going to a game and putting that shirt on? A bit like.
Yeah, so you're not a United fan, but you're not a City fan, but you can choose which one you want to. Like, if you kind of watch it, I'm going to go and watch United. Or let's put it in a different context. Salford versus Stockport.
Yeah.
Now, I don't support really any of them, but I'll go to the games. Is it okay to wear one of their colours?
Good question. We go and watch local sides, like the lower divisions, and I'll buy him a scarf. I might go as far as a scarf, maybe, but yeah, I wouldn't buy a shirt.
So it's not okay?
It's okay to follow another lower league side, but I don't. If it's a kid, it's fine. But if you're an adult, then no, I don't think you should be buying a replica top.
Should we put that in the middle somewhere?
Put it in the middle. You can put a scarf on, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
After the woolly hat, maybe if it's cold, but yeah.
Yeah, okay. Wearing a Derby shirt on match day in your own city.
Oh, that's a good question. Depending if you're at home or not. I mean, let's be honest. If it's Tottenham Arsenal's at the Emirates and I'm going in the away end, there's not a hope in hell I'm going to wear my colours. Because one, it's no. What's the point? I'm just going to get someone's going to do something.
Yeah, of course.
So, if you're in the town centre, you're not going to the game. I don't see a problem with that. I don't.
So it's okay for that one.
Yeah. I don't see any problem with that. Yeah.
Okay. Following your favourite player across clubs. So that means what we touched on before. I supported Bale. Then I went and got
we support Tottenham, the club. Bale and Kane, to use them as examples. I follow what they're doing. If they score a goal, I like to see it, and how they're getting on, if they got sent off or something like that. But definitely would not cheer them on, because they're playing for that club. I'll be happy for them.
Yeah.
But
so that what we're saying then, is that not okay?
It's not okay. Yeah.
Okay. I've got another one here quickly. Where is the last one? Collecting kits just to appreciate the design.
Again, it's an age thing. So as an 8-year-old, he loves kits. All boys love kits. Socks, shorts. So he looks at shirts every day and he'll go, I like that one. I like that one.
Let's put it in different content. What was it? Collecting kits and appreciating the design and putting them on.
No,
because there's a difference.
What you?
Because if you collect kits, you can also just put them up as memorabilia or whatever.
Yeah, if you got them on a rail or you put them in the frame, that's fine. But I don't know why you would buy a kit because you like it.
Yeah.
So, for example, if I like the Arsenal kit from 1998, I'm not going to buy it.
Yeah. So that's not okay.
Yeah, it's not okay. If you're an adult, it's not okay. Yeah,
it's not okay.
Children
it's you know what? The whole thing is like dating your mate's ex, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
Is it okay to do it? No.
Well,
did you do it? No.
Good questions, actually. Yeah, but most of it is not okay, to be honest.
No. It's and when I do look at it and go, oh, your mates are real mates if they're making you do stuff like this. Because, that there, I've got pictures of certain people, I'm not going to mention anyone, but I've got pictures of certain people in Arsenal shirts that are Tottenham players, like Tottenham fans.
Yeah. And, whether they're watching this or listening to it or not, the thing is, you've got to pack it in. because let's be honest, if these people are wearing it for a bet, they're not going to turn up to their team and wear a rival shirt. So it doesn't make it any more different if they do it in front of their mates.
Yeah.
You know, it's like saying, well, I only drink beer with my mates, but I won't drink it in front of my mum and dad. Well, you're going to be drinking it, you're going to be drinking it. So don't mess about. Yeah, really, and I said this before, and this is the biggest thing I'll say before we wrap it up is, if you're going to do something in life, do it properly. And I said this to you before, if you're going to do it properly, do it properly. So you've got a wife who's a great cook, a great whatever, does everything perfectly. All of a sudden, she can't be bothered anymore. Yeah, get really bad dinners, but claims to know everything about cooking. Well, you don't, because you're not doing it properly. Same with football. Support your team, support them properly, make an effort, watch the 90 minutes, and then go on your phone and message you got a message. Because it really gets to me. And a lot of people that know me, like
you have to wait until half time or full time.
Exactly. You have to wait until half time and full time to get on the phone.
That's very good, Harry. Yeah, that's very good, actually. Yeah.
Do you know why? Because when you're doing that,
and
you ain't looking at the screen.
You miss vital things.
You can't eat dinner while you're watching football. 1 minute, Harry. You can't eat dinner while you're watching football, because when my head's down, knife and fork, there's the goal.
You miss something. Yeah.
So no dinner, no eating, no nothing during the football. That's
it. Okay. So
go on.
If there's a goal, for example,
there's a goal. Yeah.
Tottenham score.
Yeah.
And you're on your phone, then you miss it.
You do miss it. That's right. Yeah.
And
yeah.
You don't know who scored.
You don't know who scored. You can wait for the replay.
And you've got to tell.
Yeah, exactly. We have a rule in the house. When we score, we go mental. Doesn't matter who we're playing, even if it's
the house rumbles, is it?
Yeah. Yeah. Good. That's a good properly. No point clapping.
This is final question before we wrap it up. Then.
Yeah.
So, football fans with their team that put on a rival shirt, in or out?
Out.
They should be out.
In fact, really, if you've got a friend like that on your Facebook, there's a thing called block. Great little button. Just get rid of them. Oh, James blocked me. Wonder why? You work it out, son. You work it out. Yeah.
Well, to be fair, I mean, it's funny in my half, but I can see on your side. If like I said to Ed, I was fuming at Ed to do that to his mate, because what are you even thinking about? Like, it's stupid. Stupid thinking, and you ain't a true friend if you're doing that. Let me tell you that now. Exactly. He's got to live with that now for the rest of his life. That video.
I don't know. Like I say, some football fans are like that, and some are not. I'm just very old school, and I think it's got to be done properly.
Yeah. Look, at the end of the day, football means different things to different people. Yeah. So some of us believe. Huh?
Yeah. Sorry. One other thing as well. One other thing on this debate.
Go on.
And this is to everybody out there, right? If you're watching Tottenham, or wherever you're watching, and you don't want Tottenham to win, that's fine. Don't message me halfway through the game, slagging off the team. Yeah. At least wait to the end of the game, because things change very quickly in football, right? And don't be bitter. Just have a bit of banter. I don't message. You know me. I very rarely message you after an Arsenal defeat.
Oh God, Jesus! To try and get you on the phone after a derby game is like probably getting blood out of a stone.
Win or lose, I just don't say anything, because I know it may be in 6 months' time it'd be the other result. So there's no point. I need time.
There's two halves in a derby.
Yeah, I need time to digest it. So give me a few hours or a day at least.
Yeah. I've made that mistake before of trying to ring you. You've texted me, go, look. You've beat us, but I'm not talking to you at the moment because I need to have a moment. It's true. I get like it. I've had it before at the end of the season. Holly, my missus walked in and gone, well, what's the matter with you? And what do you think's the matter with me? I usually get frustrated and I go and lay on the bed to try and cool down a little bit. But it does. It's a passionate thing, football, and some of us bleed like club colours, when it comes to debates and situations, we bleed our colours that are through our
We do.
club. You know,
That's actually-
others just love the beauty of the game, and you know, that's all you know, isn't it? Really,
Yeah.
and other people, they just probably think that it's a bit of a game, or it's not just the game though. Like I said before, it runs a bit deeper than that for some people. But look, I'm going to wrap it up here, Johnny, Harry. Love to have you on the show all the time.
I'll
Get
just
that
show
in
you
again.
that.
Yeah.
Champions of Europe. You'll never sing that. And yeah, so where's put this on there? Little trophies. There you go.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's a gold one. That's a winner's one.
Gold one.
So he's happy with that, aren't you? And yeah, all good. So I have to do it every video. That's the way it is now.
Yeah.
We do it. We'll do it.
Made of my
until
life,
you win-
this.
until you win a trophy.
It is
When you
us
win a
talking. It
trophy-
is us talking about, like, you know, putting on other club shirts, and I'm allowing this happening on my channel.
Well, listen, when you win one, you can do it back to us, and I'll put it
Oh,
down.
yeah.
That's
Well,
the deal.
you never know. Something might happen next season.
9 months to do it.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
9 months. And then you could do
I'll tell
that.
you what, we'll have a bet. I'll put on your shirt. No.
Yeah, I'll wear your shirt if you win the league. Yeah, right.
Never, mate. Never.
Never. Brilliant.
Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe this video if you haven't already, and drop a comment on your thoughts about this situation and the discussion that me and Johnny and Harry have just had on One Way Football. Thank you very much, lads. And Harry, you're a very bright lad. Lovely to see you. Very happy as always. Cheers, Johnny. Thank you very much, mate.
Thanks very much. See you later. Bye.
See you later.